All right, all right, all right. I don't know who is here. I don't know if anyone is here yet, but I decided to do this as a live stream. Therefore, if any of you guys that are members or new members, I thank you in advance, but any of you guys that are members are watching, we'll start doing this live when I can. That way you can interact with me. So it's not so much of me just talking and showcasing footage. But we're going to get started here in just a moment. First, let me just make sure, let me look and make sure that the stream is running. And like I said, I'm probably talking to myself because with having members, that's a limited viewership base, if you will. I appreciate each and every one of you, but it's reduces the amount of people that may be watching. That definitely does look like there's 6 people viewing this, so I appreciate you guys and gals. All right, David McLeod. See, some of you I don't even know that you or knew that you were members, so I appreciate y'all for that, man. I appreciate y'all for that. I thank y'all for being members first and foremost. I know there's a monthly fee, so the gratitude for that goes without saying. But also, man, I got to definitely, and I'm going to continue to do better with producing content for you guys. What's up, Antoine, in the building as well? Yeah, producing some exclusive content, man. So at least that you can feel like, your monthly fee is being put to good use, right? Something special for you guys. Well, let's get to it, man. Oh, look at this. What? What's going on, man? What is going on? Round of applause to my man, Victory Asher, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. In here dropping Wonder Bread. Now, to my knowledge, only members should be watching this, man. So if all of you guys are members, that is very interesting. Now, you guys are not showing up green, so that's interesting that you guys can view it. But I don't know. This is supposed to be a member-only stream. So I would assume that you guys are. So let me just double check. Hold on. Let's see. I know Antoine is. Jared Devil. So you guys confirm with me, man, whether or not you guys are members. If y'all could do that for me really quick. Maybe I did this wrong. But it's supposed to be a member-only stream. And I'm not talking about the the old jackets. Hold on, guys. Let me check it. Let me check it real quick, man. If it's not only showing to members, I'm not a member. Okay, so this is supposed to be just for members. However, you know what? If it didn't come out this way, I'm not going to change it tonight, right? If it didn't come out that way, I'm not going to change it. I don't want to shortchange any of you who've popped up in here. And we'll just call this a free one. We'll just call this a free one, but it's supposed to be for only members. But it is showing that it's public, but whatever. But hey, free Friday. I like that. I like what Steelberg is saying. Free Friday. And let me explain to you guys really quick, man, before I go into it. The reason why this content is generally for members. For one, those ladies and gentlemen pay a service fee as a member of my channel, and I appreciate that. It's very small, but I appreciate that they do that. For them, I usually give free content, right? What I typically do is I break down the all 22 for some of the plays, and I usually do it as a post, right? Just a general upload. It's offline. I do not monetize because I cannot monetize NFL content, right? So the benefit of doing that, where I can supply both worlds, you guys know I'm a YouTuber. Of course I want to monetize, there's no secret there. But the way that I can, offer that content to them as well as get some type of compensation, if you will, is if you're paying for the channel, then I don't mind demonetizing the video, right? So this video is not monetized. Now, Victory Ashton came in here and he done dropped a donation, so I appreciate you, brother, for that. So I definitely appreciate you for that. But that's the reason why I do it that way, guys. Look at this. Here's more Wonder Bread coming in here, man. Stillberg, I appreciate you. Round of applause. But that is the reason why I do it that way. Yeah, because y'all know I'm all about honesty with you guys, man. It's time, it's effort. And as a YouTuber, obviously I want to monetize, but I cannot monetize NFL content. So I made this content exclusive for members. But how about this? Since I uploaded it wrong, we're not going to take it back. We're going to just do this one on the free. But obviously, you guys have donated, so it ain't free. So let's just get into it, man. So members and non-members alike, I hope to not be here too long. I am really pissed off with all 22 guys, just the way it's presenting itself. For whatever reason now, I have to do it this way. As you can see, an hour and 20 minutes here. For whatever reason, it's no longer allowing me to go to individual plays. I watched individual plays just a couple days ago. But today, I've tried multiple browsers. Doesn't matter. It's only showing me the full all 22. And I'm not surprised because Game Pass or NFL Plus, as they call it now, gets janky. So I apologize that I have to do it like this, but I'm going to just skip around. And I'm really just trying to look at plays. Let's go ahead and get this started. I'm just looking at run plays. So we'll go ahead and do it like this. We'll look at the Jets' first drive because there were some big runs. And see, look, man, I hate this, man. I hate this. That I can't just flip it. Anybody else who might be dealing with this, man, y'all let me know. But all right, let's look at it like this. And I'm going to have to do my own makeshift. Jesus, look at that, guys. First run of the day. And we're going to have to do our little makeshift rewind. And also what I hate about this too, man, is you can't get this off the screen and unless it's playing. But it's janky, man. And I wish I just had a better presentation for the all-22. But anyway, let's take a look at what's happening here, man. The Steelers appear to be here. This would be, looks like a base defense. I'm not looking at the wide view, but, just for fun, we can do that really quick. All right, let's see what we come out in. It looks like we're in base. Yeah. Yep. You got your two corners. Well, no, this might be, let me see who's out there. There's Joey Porter Jr. Who's this over here? Let's flip it back around and we'll be able to see. I'm going to let this run for a second, and then that's Deshaun Elliott. Okay, so he's a safety. Yeah. So this is base. And, ooh, look at that. We had Jalen Ramsey playing free safety. Y'all see that? When we get to the chat, what y'all say? Starting linebacker saw. Yeah, appreciate that, Victory Asher. But like I said, man, I hate that. I don't know why this all-22 is only showing the all-22. If any of you guys have ever used this, y'all might understand what I'm saying. You used to be able to just go to like the score, click on the game, and then it would show each play, each drive. Now it doesn't do it. It's only giving me the full all-22, and the reason why I don't like this is I have less control. But anyway, guys, like I said, this is a base defense, and I'm going to just let it play on, and then we'll go back and rewind again. As you can see, man, we got the outside backers. We got your, the nose, the two ends there. Jalen Ramsey is playing free safety, and this is just too much. Look at what happens to Keanu Benton, who's right here. Check it out. Good God Almighty. Holy smokes. Let's go back so I can get the trash off the screen. Look at it again. And look at just, oh man. Yeah, they double teamed him, man, but we just had no answer right there. This is the first play. Let's see what gaps everybody is being accounted for. Let's see. Peyton Wilson is going to shoot. What's that? The C gap. Queen is scraping over, but he gets caught up in the trash. But this really is where all the trash happens, man. That double team and cleaning Keanu Benton out. One more time for the one time. Holy moly. I mean, we just got mauled. Nice duo block right there from 66. But thank God Jalen Ramsey was back there, man. He came up and made a play. So we'll just let it roll like this, guys. We'll look at this entire drive, and then I'll just go try to find some more of the run plays. And we'll kind of play it like this just to get through this a little bit. Now we got Jalen Ramsey in the box. All right. To me, it looks like Ramsey probably could have attacked this gap a little better than that. Let's see it again. Yeah. He went to the outside. So I'm going to rewind it here after 10 seconds so you can see it clean. If Ramsey stays in that gap and allows Darius Slay to be the outside contain, that may not have gone as far as it did. Now, it wasn't a long run, but again, man, it takes 11 guys doing their job. Never going to fault Jalen Ramsey for being physical and taking on the block, but it's funny, man. It's the same thing I'm talking to my son about now, you know, in his little league, him playing inside backer, man. I'm teaching him, you know, I'm going to highlight this, guys. You guys see me doing this with the cursor, right? You know, I'm teaching him what shoulders to attack, even when he's attacking the blocker, depending on where he's trying to go. You know, obviously, if we're going to talk about Jalen Ramsey again, attacking this shoulder forces you to use your inside shoulder, so you're taking the outside leverage, right? I would prefer to see Jalen Ramsey, and again, this guy, you know, I'm not putting gap integrity on his head. He's a corner. But if you're going to play in the box, I need you to play like a backer. You want to attack with your outside shoulder, which would be this guy's inside shoulder, so you stay in this gap, right? Let me show you again. Well, my bad. That's the wrong guy. It's this guy. It's the tight end. All right, so knowing that, hold on. Let me go back. Let me see if Jalen could have had an opportunity to get that shoulder. This guy crashed down on Jalen Ramsey. Hold on. Yeah, same difference. Now, to Ramsey's credit, he's probably thinking he's going outside, so he's trying to make a play. But again, you have Slay. You have Darius Slay on the outside. So, you know, if he would have played this gap here, or at least tried to force this block to the inside, we may have been able to contain that a bit better. And again, we got Thornhill coming in and making a nice tackle there. So, yeah, man. You gotta hold your posts. Yeah. Just like my man is saying here, you gotta hold your hash, man, and get to the ball. Yeah, I don't think we needed to keep Ogunjobi. You know, we played that fairly well. And I'm just gonna let this first series just run, guys, since the controls are not up to par. Oh, we can skip past this one, though. We don't need to see that. Hold on. Let's get to the next play here. That's a pass. Nope. I really just want to see all the runs. That one's not too bad. It's not too bad there. You know, we kind of bowled up a little bit as they got closer to the end zone. Yikes. Still a huge gap, but I see why. Let me show you guys why this is happening, right? And it's evident when I watched a little bit of this the other day. It's the zone read, right? And I'm not even mad at how we're trying to play this. This is the key right here. So now that you know that, when you see it flipped around on the end zone view, watch Patrick Queen. I think the way we played this a lot of this game is Patrick Queen is reading Justin Fields, and you may have noticed TJ Watt crashes a lot. He did a lot of the crashing on this play. Anytime they went to a zone read, man, and honestly, that's the best way to play it is you put one guy on the quarterback, put one guy on the running back, and do the same thing every time. This was a good one here. This kind of reminds me of how we played RG3. Y'all remember when he was a rookie and him and Alfred Morris was killing the league, and that's kind of how we slowed him down in that game. You know, that's like college football one-on-one. You have one guy kind of key the quarterback, spot the quarterback, and you have another guy, you know, go to the running back. And then a lot of times you want the backside edge guy to try to chase it down like TJ Watt is doing here. Right there, TJ was playing both Fields and Braylon Allen there. So like I said, we got better down here in the red zone. As you can see, man, a couple runs back to back where we limited them to 3 yards or less. But just way too many. Oh, good play right there by Patrick Queen. Let's go back and look at that. It was way too many explosive runs, man. So Patrick Queen is just following the action. Good play. Excellent play. And what's interesting, man, again, my little man is playing inside linebacker. I mean, only 11, about to turn 12, you know, little league stuff. But I'm teaching him kind of the same thing. You know, you're going to get a lot of action in here. Even with this lead block, the blocker kind of has to decide who he's going to get, right? Let me see. What happened with their puller? What happened with their puller? Because the puller you would think would have supposed to come to this gap. Let's see. Yeah, I think the puller ideally is supposed to come here, but Cam Hayward gets free. Unless this is by design, right? It might be by design where the puller goes here. He released Cam, and he's trying to get to Patrick Queen, but come on, you ain't that fast. So good job by PQ, man, reacting to that quickly. Because you see what they were trying to do, right? I'm going to show it to you again without the trash on the screen. You see what they were trying to do, and if they get Peyton Wilson blocked as well, that might hit. But even TJ Watt made his presence felt there, so that was good coverage right there. All right, let's skip along, man. There's a couple plays from the Steelers as well that I want you guys to see, and then we'll just skip around a bit, man, and we'll just pick and choose some of the run plays. Oh, God, we're going to look at this one, too. We'll pick and choose some more run plays just to look at. That's really all I'm focusing is on that, as well as Broderick Jones. And here's the first Broderick Jones situation. Remember what I was saying on Tuesday? It seemed like mostly play action. Mostly play action was when he got in trouble. Let's run this frame from frame here. Fautanu. No, that's not Fautanu. Who is that? That is Fautanu. Okay. So Fautanu kind of got stretched out there. But I'm never upset with tackles, you know, forcing a guy out. and ideally, you know, your quarterback steps in the pocket. Aaron Rodgers saw him. You saw he just peeked at him, steps up. But then we need Broderick Jones to hold that down. He just couldn't do it, and bang. But there's coverage right here as well. So let's back it up to the overhead view here. And let's see if we even had anybody open downfield. That's a long developing play right there, folks. Look at these routes again. So it looks like we were trying to take a shot early. Ooh. If Aaron Rodgers has time to throw the ball, I'm gonna show it again. I think this is Calvin, I think. Yeah, I think that's Calvin Austin. All right, you might be able to hit this. This guy, this safety is in a compromising situation because look at this. Got him too. So one of these guys you're going to be able to hit. Might even be able to hit DK. Everybody, if y'all notice, everybody, as far as receivers, they're all in front of their man. And again, guys, bear with me with this presentation, man. Again, I absolutely hate the way they offer all 22, man. But Rodgers didn't have enough time, man. And again, we'll look at it one more time here. Just didn't have enough time. But, you know, again, even if Broderick Jones, to be fair, even if Broderick Jones doesn't give up that pressure, Rodgers is going to get hit anyway because they basically got a spy here. This guy kind of blitzed. Look, that pocket was collapsing anyway. So, yes, Rodgers got sacked. Yes, we might want to give it to Broderick Jones. But if we look at this whole play, this was a bust either way. Because even if Broderick, right, if he holds his man, then Rodgers has to make a quick decision, and it's probably going to go here to DK, right? So let's just say he had time. He probably gets this ball off before this guy comes and he throws it here. He's not going to be able to wind up and take the deep shot. So, yeah, still kind of got to put that on Broderick Jones. All right, let's move forward. That was a decent run. There was a run by Jaylen Warren I wanted to show you guys too, man, that I was like, what are we doing? I just don't remember where it is. You know, I was able to see it when I was able to see all of the plays at one time instead of this full video. I swear, man, they did something to this. This is it right here. This is the run right here. This is the run right here. I want y'all to pay attention to something here. Check this out. Fam, I love Jaylen Warren. Listen, I played the running back position, and sometimes you miss it. But we used to talk about this about Najee Harris. Watch this again. It's a zone run. Bruh. Here's the gap. I wonder why Jaylen kept pressing it to the outside unless he thought this guy was going to come free. But look, Fautanu's going to get him. If Jaylen Warren cuts inside, and look, he eventually does it. It's just too late. Now, again, like I said, I've played the position. It's hard to see sometimes. But just look at this. Oh, my bad, y'all. Hold on. Let me get it to where y'all can get the trash off the screen. If he hits that, it's a decent-sized gain. Oh, man. And the only reason why I'm showing that is sometimes, man, when we feel like we just can't run the football, sometimes it is execution, man. It's execution. Said you lost video? The video is still showing. Anybody else lost video? Uh-oh, you said NFL got him. Oh, is the video gone? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me check on my side. Oh, yeah, it's gone.